it's Kristen with Vainglorious. This week we have a very special episode. I get a lot of emails into our inbox asking me about my full-time job as a stylist. A lot of you guys are asking, how did I get started? What is it exactly I do? Well, on today's episode, I'm going to take some time to answer a couple of those questions. So when I got started, I basically knew that I wanted to be a stylist, and I knew the first thing I had to do was to really learn the craft, so I needed to be someone's assistant. So I started researching stylists whose work that I really liked, and I basically emailed them and I asked them if they were looking for help and if there's any way that I could help, whether it was paid or even at the beginning unpaid. I just wanted to try and get as much experience as I possibly could. No, you absolutely don't need a degree. Actually, my major in college was in advertising, which has nothing to do with styling. But you do need to research and you do need to kind of learn about the trade. I like to consider magazines to be my textbook, so I get all kinds of magazines, everything from like the Vogues to the L's to even one of my favorite is Vogue Nippon, which is Vogue Japan basically. A lot of the more obscure high fashion magazines, because then you can really flip through the pages, look at what different stylists are doing, and really learn the craft that way. But a formal education in styling, you don't need. I'm from Houston, and I know that at Saks Fifth Avenue they have these amazing personal shoppers there, which I think if you're living in a smaller town or not, you know, Los Angeles or LA, is a good sort of avenue to try and explore. Everyone needs a personal stylist, I think. Even I would love a personal stylist and a personal shopper. So, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a celebrity. You could be a personal shopper at a store such as Saks or Barney's or Neiman's, or you could do it at a smaller boutique. Also, in your local town, there are different companies that maybe they're doing print advertising, or they're doing a television commercial. Maybe you should approach them and even talk to them. They maybe have not even thought about styling being something that they need for their advertising, but that's something great that you can do too, another avenue to explore in the styling if you're not in LA and really at the hands of this whole celebrity / editorial stylist world. Not anything like the Rachel Zoe Project. Well, that's not true. Let me rephrase this. The Rachel Zoe Project or other shows, reality shows about styling, they're there for entertainment and they're great to watch and they're really entertaining, but there is a side of the industry that it doesn't necessarily show all the time. The fact of the matter is, this is a hard working job. This is a very labor intensive job. I wish I had a camera that followed me around all day because it would not be as glamorous as that. Now, I do get to do some pretty glamorous things, but the bulk of my job really is driving around town, going to different showrooms, pulling different things for different jobs, really being organized. You know, they're long days, lots of work, but it's fun, and I do love it. It's great, but no, it's not necessarily like Rachel Zoe Project all the time. For me, it's all about somebody that is organized, that is always on time, and that is really willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. The assistants and the interns that have lasted the longest with me really will go to the ends of the earth to make sure that the project is complete and that it looks good. And those type of people that have that drive and that energy and that ambition to just do a great job, they will always survive in this industry. So those are a couple of questions that I get in my inbox. Feel free to email me any more questions if you have them, and I'll really do my best to answer. I really do get a lot of questions, and it is such a different industry. I love to answer them and help you guys as much as possible kind of determine if this is something that you want to do. So you can email me, Kristen at Forever Vainglorious, or you can send us a tweet at Vain_glorious. And don't forget to check out the blog, www.forevervainglorious.com, because in my free time I like to get crafty and I also post some DIYs on there too, and we talk about all this fun stuff. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.